Thank you so much for passing by to click on this channel. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, guys, well, I know I have been bringing you guys update in West Africa and what is going on around the world. But, guys, we want to pay attention what is going on Israel and Iraq strike. As I'm talking to you, they said Donald Trump has approved to strike Iraq nuclear facility tonight. So, guys, take a look. Then we'll proceed from there.
Donald Trump has officially approved plans to strike Iran, for the United States to go to war with Iran and strike nuclear sites, according to the Wall Street Journal. But the holdup, there's no final approval just yet. He's waiting to see whether or not Iran will, on its own, abandon its nuclear progress and facilities, according to the Wall Street Journal's latest reporting. 3 people familiar with the deliberations in this matter have said that Donald Trump has approved final plans to strike Iran. But the final order still is on hold. Iranian nuclear facilities remain up and running, but Donald Trump is waiting to see whether or not Tehran will abandon the nuclear program on its own. Folks, this is significant. Donald Trump is meeting with his National Security Council right now. We could potentially see a strike of Iran this.
All right, guys, let me give you a breakdown on what really happened. Very brief. They said they discovered that Iraq has been building a nuclear program, which is a nuclear facility or a nuclear warhead, secretly. So Israel now discovered that this will be a threat to them. Before now, Donald Trump has called Iranian supreme leaders to come to sign a nuclear deal. Okay, I think this is how the journey begins. But if you need more details, which I know you guys might have gotten, you have to update me. I will give you in detail. But let me proceed. Now, Israel said this will be a threat to them. June 20, Israel conducted a major operation involving 60 fighter jets against Iran military site, including Tehran Organization and Defensive Innovation and Research. On June 21, Israel struck the Ifaha nuclear centrifugal facility again. Now, the report was Israel strike injured a lot of Iranian citizens and unalive the military commander and nuclear scientists of Iraq. So it was a large-scale strike that was launched. So a lot of damage was caused by Israel strike on that 21. So now, before 24 hours, the Iranian respond back, striking Israel hit, respond by striking hit Israel city like Tehran and Haifa. This was the city that Iranian have to strike back. I think this is the brief. So, guys, this is how the strike started. But before then, okay, the US say that they have no hand in this. I hope you guys hear. But now the question I'm asking, why is it that Donald Trump has entered the game, want to destroy the Iranian nuclear facility? So, guys, let's launch it in detail. But before we proceed, we want to hear what Lindsey Graham have to say about this very strike that is going on Iraq. Okay, Lindsey is the part of the conservative wing of Republican Party. So, guys, let's listen to him. Take a look.
Longer war?
I can guarantee you that if the Ayatollah gets a nuclear weapon, he will use it. I believe that with all my heart and soul. So the men and women who serve, they're the ones going, not people answering a poll. And if you ask them, would you be willing to risk your life to stop the Ayatollah from having a nuclear weapon? All of them would say yes. Our country's safer. So we live in a world where you got to confront problems. You want to avoid World War III? Learn the lessons from World War II. People in World War II appeased Hitler to the point that it got so much out of hand, we had a world war and 60 million people got killed. So we live in a world where you pay now or you pay later.
So, guys, I will actually tell you who this Lindsey Graham is, but pay attention on what he's saying, because I don't want to explain that. I don't want you guys to be bored, but he just make a statement that if you want to avoid World War III, that you should learn a lesson in World War II. So what is that telling you? I just want you to drop your own opinion. Is it in indirectly pushing Trump to carry out a strike against Iran, or is it pushing to for World War III? Because you pay attention to his statement. Let's proceed and see what he say more. Take a look.
I hope it's eliminated. I would like to see this regime fall, but I'm going to leave it up to the president as to what to do and when to do it. But I do know this. If we don't take out their nuclear program now, we'll all regret it. We're very close. Be all in, Mr. President, in helping Israel neutralize their nuclear program.
Okay, guys, you could hear that Lindsey Graham is the one indirectly or directly calling US to go to war with Iraq. Because if you're going to destroy another person facility that they spend billions of dollars to build, what are you calling on? It's war. So he is the one, and he make a statement. He would like, he would like for the supreme leader of Iraq to be unalive. You see, that statement is very dangerous. And he said if they don't do it, they will regret it in future. So, guys, I just want to drop that opinion with you. What do you think? Is it indirectly pushing Trump to go to war with Iraq, which is gradually happening? But let's take a look what Donald Trump said when they're asking, will you begin a third world war when you become a president? Let's listen to what Donald Trump replied. Take a look.
They said he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. But this is also a massive victory for democracy and for freedom.
So, guys, you listen what Donald Trump just said. If you didn't listen well, please go back and listen. He is not going to start a war, but he's going to start worst. I don't know what that means. If you know, please do it well to drop it in comment section. He promised not to start war, but you could see what is going on. So, guys, let me tell you brief who this man called that is pushing for this strike of Iraq, who he is. Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham is a part of the conservative wing of Republican Party that believe in military strength as a tool. Why Lindsey Graham pushing for war? Okay, let me tell you. Lindsey Graham is the shareholder with those companies manufacturing military weapons like Logas Martin, Renton, Northrop, and Gunman. He is the best friend of those companies who create weapons. So maybe I don't want to go much. There is a more details about it. So, guys, a lot of his Republican Party are not really happy what he is saying. Maybe later on I will drop all how they're opposing what they are saying about him. But before then, let's see what he has to say about Russian president, what he say about him. Take a look.
Putin be assassinated? Do you still stand by your...
Yeah, I hope he'll be taken out one way or the other. I don't care how they take him out. I don't care if we send him to The Hague and try him. I just want him to go. Yes, I'm on record. Please understand, Senator Lindsey Graham, if John McCain were here, he'd be saying the same thing, I think. It's time for him to go. He's a war criminal. I wish somebody had taken Hitler out in the 30s. So yes, that Vladimir Putin is not a legit.
So, guys, I didn't want you to hear the last part what he said about Putin. But, guys, could you imagine that Alexa Graham has a mentality based on violence? Because what he's trying to push is violent. So, guys, let's take a little look of who is this Lindsey Graham. Understand that he is a key leader in Republican Party for over 30 years. So according to Yahoo Finance, he is affiliated with this major defensive contractor, both Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, Raytheon, and many others contribute actively to Lindsey Graham Leadership PFC Fund for American Future. So that you could see that he is affiliated to this company who produce military weapon. So, guys, you could see why he is pushing for I will call it violent or war, because you know now, without war, if there is peace, you will not make money out of your product. And let's assume if you are a doctor and you don't have people that is sick, you will not make money. So you could see the secret why he's pushing, because he is affiliated with different companies who produce military weapons so you could see. But guys, he still has a lot to say. I will still, as we proceed, it will unveil. Let's hear what he say about Ukraine.
Talk much about it, but you know the richest country in all of Europe for rare earth minerals is Ukraine. $2 to $7 trillion worth of minerals that are rare earth minerals, very relevant to the 21st century. Ukraine's ready to do a deal with us, not the Russians. So it's in our interest to make sure that Russia doesn't take over the place. It's the breadbasket of really the developing world. 50% of all the food going to Africa comes out of Ukraine. We can make money and have an economic relationship with Ukraine that'd be very beneficial to us with peace. So Donald Trump's going to do a deal to get our money back, to enrich ourselves with rare earth minerals, a good deal for Ukraine and us, and he's going to bring peace. And Biden's been a disaster when it comes to.
So guys, you heard what he says, that majority of the food that is being sent to Africa is being produced by Ukraine, and that in Europe, Ukraine are the one that has the, natural resources. And you heard what he said the last, before I cut off that statement he was making, that Putin is a war criminal, that they should unalive Putin. So guys, you could see why he's trying to say that they should unalive Putin. Because if Putin is there, America will not have full access to Ukraine natural resources. So you could see the logic. Because if Putin is there, it will not, America will not have full access. So this is why he's pushing for American, or Putin should be unalive. So guys, all he's pushing is what they are about to get: push chaos, push violence, push war. I think this is what it is preaching. But guys, before we proceed, let's see what others of his colleagues in Republican Party have to say about this Lindsey Graham. Take a look. So, guys, this is what Charlie said. But before I say, Charlie is also one of the Republican Party and is close to Donald Trump. Let's hear what he says, because they criticize Lindsey Graham, what he's really saying. He said, "This is insane. Regime change will result in a bloody civil war, killing hundreds of thousands and creating another massive Muslim refugee crisis. Topping a leader is never easy. You think? It is almost always resulting in further involvement, a civil war." So guys, you heard what, let's proceed what other persons say. So it's very funny, because he is the one trying to push Donald Trump to unalive the supreme leader of Iraq, to take him out. You heard when we said that. So now his fellow Republican Party member are opposing him, what Lindsey Graham is saying. Okay, guys, let's see what Matt Walsh's tweet. So, guys, this is another critics called Matthew. So, guys, let me point out, you see, if a lot of people want to make money through their business, they never consider other people's life or property, or what it will cost other people. It's just that, if as far as they make that money, it never concerns them. I think this is what you could see here. Okay, let's hear what Matt have to say. Lindsey Graham is calling for a full-scale invasion of Iraq for the sake of fighting for our freedom. This is insane, reckless madness from a warmongering Ashwood who been in office for 30 years. I told you guys you will know more about this man, who he is. He has been in office for 30 years and never done any single thing to make life better for American. Every true American first consecutive should reject this mad and everyone like him. Guys, please listen. Is a regime change war in the Middle East has never made American free. It has nothing to do with our freedom whatsoever. He is feeding you with. So, guys, take note. He is feeding you with the same lie that those type have been pushing for 3 decades and hoping you are dumb enough not to note. So guys, you could see this is his own fellow Republican Party members saying this. They are not supporting what this Lindsey Graham is saying, pushing for the full invasion. When you are pushing for the full invasion of Iraq and to unalive the supreme leader of Iraq and all this chaos that is saying about uh, Russian president that they should take him out, they should unalive him. So guys, I want you to take note. What is this Lindsey Graham is pushing for? He's pushing for third world war because you cannot just go and kill people leaders and kill people leaders that has been a key leaders to protect their nation, and you feel that those nations would fold hand and look you as it was before. You should know if it were before, they would have their way. So guys, you know a lot of nations like Russia, the Middle East, a lot of them are awake. So it will not be possible just go and unalive their leader and they will fold hand. They will retaliate like what is going on with Iran and Israel. So you heard what the last person said. He said he is feeding you with the same lie that those type. You know, there is a lot of people who push for chaos, war. Those type has been pushing for 3 decades and hope you are doomed enough not to note. So guys, we are not fools. Despite that you want to make money, make profit, it shouldn't be at the expense of people's life and to shatter generation that will never recover. If we could ask our ancestors, our fathers, my father used to tell me anything that has to do with war is never is not good, that nobody should push for war, that war is never a good thing. So guys, also drop your own opinion on my comment section. Did you think that if Donald Trump strike Iran nuclear facility that Iran will retaliate back to United States because every preparation is on ground as you could hear. Maybe tonight it will go down. But did you think that Iraq will retaliate back? Do well to drop your comment. Guys, do well to like, share, and subscribe. Encourage me. If you like me to be bringing you this kind of update, do well to type in my comment section. Please do. I appreciate. I will start bringing you this update because I talk much in what is going on in West Africa and also other trending news. So thank you guys. God bless you.